Kyle Larson dominates again, but comes up short. Alex Bowman gets his second win of the season, and Team Hendrick makes NASCAR history. All that and more coming up next on the recap. So Alex Bowman gets his second win of the season, becoming only the second multiple winner, joining Martin Truex in a race that was frankly dominated by Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson led the most laps, won both stages once again, but an amazing pit stop actually by Alex Bowman's team, which has been the best team all year. They set the fastest pit stop this season and got Alex Bowman out front. And whatever adjustment they made, that was all Alex Bowman needed, because after that he set sail on a race that was once again dominated by Kyle Larson. But he comes up just a little bit short. Not the end of the world. He's still fifth in points. But at this point, it's hard to say it's a disappointing season, but as many times as Kyle Larson has had a chance to win or dominated a race and just has come up short for whatever reason, I don't think it's his driving ability. Some people are like, oh, he's only got a 22% win rate in races where he finishes 1 or 2, which is one of the lowest in NASCAR history. I don't think that's the problem. I really think it's just these guys are making better adjustments at the end of races than he is making, and I think that's something he can improve on. I don't think it's actual driving ability or choking or whatever people want to say. I think Kyle Larson is probably one of the best drivers out there, and he's getting the absolute most out of the car. I think these guys are just on such a razor-thin line of good and bad that he's just barely missing that last little adjustment and coming up short. But he comes up short once again after dominating, but he gets 2 stage wins, so it was a pretty good points day, and finishes second. That in and of itself was cool with a Hendrick 1-2, but 3 and 4 were also Hendrick cars, and this marks the first time in NASCAR history that a team has finished 1, 2, 3, 4 in a NASCAR Cup Series race. So Rick Hendrick and Team Hendrick make history doing that, and it's a pretty neat thing to see. Pretty cool that it happened, at least in my lifetime. Pretty neat thing to happen. It almost happened, I think, at Talladega with Stewart-Haas last year. I think they got 1, 2, 3. But this for sure, the first time that it's happened. Yeah, not something I ever thought I'd want to see, but it happened, and it's pretty cool. All right, so the race was pretty much dominated, but we'll get on to the good. Tyler Reddick with his 5th top 10 in 7 races. That team is on a roll. He moves up to 15th in points, 1 above the cut line. Michael McDowell is 16th in points. Daniel Suarez got his 2nd top 10 in 7 races. So that team, a brand new team, coming out of the gates doing really good. Another brand new team, Bubba Wallace gets his best finish of the season with his 11th. And Cole Custer matches his best finish of the season also with a top 10. 2 top 10s for him this season, so it looks like Cole Custer is also starting to dig his way out of the hole. Got off to a slow start. Looks like he is starting to swing the momentum back to the positive side. All right, now for the bad. Kyle Busch started off the race terribly. He thought he had a blowing motor. Eventually, they came in through one of the series of pit stops and found out that it was just a bad plug wire. They replaced that. He got out there 6 laps down, and he trudged along. He made the best of a bad day, but he still finished 27th, which isn't the type of performance that he's going to be happy with, or anybody else that Joe Gibbs is going to be happy with. But he had good speed at the end of the race, was maybe 2/10 off the leader, which was good considering the leaders were smoking the field. So, bad day for Kyle Busch. Another bad day also for Aric Almirola. He finished dead last on the field, and this is the 7th time in 13 races that Aric Almirola has finished 29th or worse. This is pretty, I don't want to say shocking, but this is pretty surprising for a guy who last year was just consistently in the top 10. He was pretty much Mr. Consistency, the epitome of a guy who was just going to get a good finish, a la Ryan Newman the year he finished, I think 2014, the year he's finished 2nd in points and just beat him by being consistent. That was Aric Almirola last year. This year, a total 180 of that. Aric Almirola just has a lot of bad luck. Can't finish a race. He had a component break in the right front suspension, and he hit the wall pretty hard. It looked like he was shaken up. He did interview afterwards and seems like he's okay, but he definitely said it was a hard hit. So we wish the best to him. All right. That is all we got for you on the recap today. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe down below. It helps the program a lot. And thanks for your time. Peace.